Hey, what's going on, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back for another podcast. Mate, how you doing?
Did you forget your YouTube channel name there? You had like a little pause.
No,
there.
it's because...
What's going down, guys?
Oh, shit, what is it again?
Oh, yes, TalkNorwichCity.
No, it's because my videos through the week and then the podcast. For some reason, I started a different intro on the podcast.
Why not?
Feels like a little bit of a... an executive piece of content, this.
Yeah,
Long
yeah.
form.
Yeah, why not?
How are you?
I'm good after the therapy session last week.
Yeah, it went down really well, actually. I think a lot of people aired their feelings. Yeah, I think we provided almost sort of a counselling session for people.
Yeah, I think we should start charging them, really.
We opened our arms up and said, look, guys, come in.
Yeah.
Let's have a chat.
Needed.
Let's get it off our chest.
Needed.
And let's try and move forwards.
But we did get told off for eating loads last week.
And rightly so. I watched it back. It is incredibly annoying. But that's not going to stop us.
I'm sorry, guys. I mean, what I might do is I might slowly move the food away from the mic and just kind of eat it in the corner. But we've got to eat. We're starving.
I do feel like eating is an essential part of any good conversation, though. It fuels it.
Yeah.
So today we've got some... What's this called again? Pastrami.
Pastrami, yeah.
Pastrami. We've got a nice array of pastrami. What bread is it again?
Hang on, I'm being careful because of the mic. Jalapeno and cheese bread.
But any butter?
Well, there's some in the fridge, mate. If you can be bothered to.
We've got one Cadbury cake bar.
Yeah, free treats haven't supplied us in a while.
And we've got some homemade fruit cake and also some homemade lemon drizzle, thanks to Mother Reeve.
I'm all over that lemon drizzle.
Yeah,
that is literally mine.
And also the banana holding up the mic that you never actually see is the biggest banana I have ever seen.
Can we possibly lift it up if we hold the mic?
Yeah, go on then. Be careful. Go.
Okay.
That
I'm sorry for the people that are listening to this now. I mean, look at that.
My head is big, and it's bigger than my head.
That's a big old
banana.
Banana.
Yeah. Have you noticed as well that the curves in bananas are getting slightly smaller? Bananas are becoming a lot straighter.
I feel like at this point everyone's going, start talking about Norwich City.
Mate, it's the international break. We've got nothing to talk about.
Yeah, and Wes... Oh, by the way, they slated Martin O'Neill for not starting Wes, didn't they?
Rightly so.
Yep, agreed. The Irish
There's always
magician.
been a little kind of tense relationship with Wes Hoolahan and Ireland, because who was the previous manager who didn't start him? Or was it O'Neill? No, it was a different one, wasn't it?
No, because he's Republic, and I really hope I'm not making too much noise on the mic now. Apologies,
no, you're
guys.
cool. Yeah. But look, Wes should be playing for whatever team he's in. He's that good.
Mate, this is the fruitcake.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted the lemon drizzle.
Well, I'll open the lemon drizzle up for you.
Swap.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, we don't have any lemon drizzle.
No, you're joking.
No,
me.
it's all fruitcake. Sorry.
Jack. Right, quickly, let's talk about Norwich City. How can you relate lemon drizzle
Deadline day. We haven't spoken since the transfer window slammed shut. We didn't do any business on
By the
deadline
way,
day.
I enjoyed your Ball Street bits.
Did you? Thank you.
Yeah, I did enjoy that. That was quite funny. The fake news.
Mate,
worth checking out, actually. If not, what actually a genuinely educational piece. So everyone that's watching this right now, head over to the Ball Street YouTube channel and check out the bit on fake news. And I think it actually summarises a lot. And I think a lot of Norwich fans need to watch it, definitely.
Because we were just 4 football fans sitting in a room that managed to, with the help of the people watching and the help of a few Twitter accounts, convinced Danish media, Turkish media, some English media that Ryan Babel was about to sign for Newcastle. It was complete nonsense. And it comes back to the thing you were saying like about a month ago now in terms of fake news, the Oliveira stuff that ended up not coming to any fruition, which, by the way, Jaap Stam kind of contributed to that. He was saying that he wanted Oliveira, when I don't actually think there was much substance behind that. The Murphy stuff, who was he going to? It ended up being Newcastle, but it just shows 95% of transfer rumours is just utter nonsense.
Yeah, it does, Jack. It does. I'm personally, I'm not a massive fan of deadline day, or, to be honest with you, the transfer window in general, because I'm always nervous that we're going to lose our best player. I do agree with your tweet, Jack, about probably the best bit of Norwich for this window was keeping Nelson, because he is on fire. He is absolutely on fire.
I got a lot of flack for that, but I do genuinely think keeping Nelson was a huge bit of business, because Wolves were in for him, probably offering him more money. Yeah. Reading were in for him. Swansea came in for him. Mm-hmm. To keep hold of that,
He's been called up to the Portuguese squad, mate. So it wasn't, I thought it was fine. And, otherwise, I would have given you stick.
And I think the even more impressive thing, we haven't kept him, and he's wanted to move. He wants to be here. He's happy here. Yeah, that's hugely impressive.
Yeah, definitely.
What did you make of the transfer window in general then? Because there was 41 players in total, either leaving or coming in.
It's been frustrating because Norwich fans seem to always think that we're going to do business on deadline day, and I think you need to realise now that we're not one of those clubs. I think we tend to always do our business a lot sooner because our football club is run properly, in my opinion. Now, you might say, well, yeah, but we needed this and we needed that. But at the end of the day, how many players did we get in the door still? 11. Is it 11?
I think it was about 15 in total.
Okay, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Anyway, we got loads of players in the door. And I know the people are still like, well, yeah, but we only signed someone for 3 million. But we're a club in transition, guys. We can't just be splashing money. The bottom line is we've still signed a minimum of 11 players, and people are moaning about not doing business on deadline day.
I think
you need to wake up and smell the coffee, to be honest.
I think in previous years, I've done the Ball Street deadline day show for the last 3 years, I think, and I do often go into deadline day very nervous. Why do you always choose the loudest rappers?
I'm so sorry, guys, for the noise. I just really need to eat. I'm hungry.
And I've always gone into it nervous because we've either needed players or, like in previous years, we've lost Bradley Johnson on deadline day, and there's always that risk. This year, I went into it very chilled.
That was emotional.
I knew that Nelson was going to stay. I felt like he was going to stay.
Yeah, we knew
I knew that we'd done our business. But you say, well, in previous years...
What?
You're like a little kid with a sandwich there.
I don't care.
We've gone into previous years needing these players, and we've either bought players because we've panic buyed and we haven't done our... Let's look back to the year we got promoted under Alex Neil.
Yeah.
And he was like with the nonsense that, because we went up through the playoffs, we couldn't do our business.
That was just because Dave McNally was on holiday, yeah.
David Wagner showed that we didn't.
Dave McNally, the Messiah.
So I think this year, look, we haven't spent a whole host of money because we can't. And I think people need to look at the finances, and everyone's saying, well, where's the money gone? We've cooped in like £60 million worth of fees over the past couple of years. Look at the finances, study it, and then come back to me, because if you look at it deep, we're still paying off a few of our players who we went big for, Close, Pritchard, Naismith. We're still paying them off. The Murphy money, the Howson money aren't paid in full. We had a wage bill that we simply couldn't... It wasn't a sustainable wage bill for 2 years. So we're paying all that off, and we've got a forward plan as well. We can't just go into next season with no money and put all of our eggs in one basket. That would be a lovely situation to be in. It'd be an even lovelier situation if we had an owner who completely bankrolled you. But I think
Steve Stone's created a plan B, isn't he? Yeah. Effectively, and I think it's wise, because let's not be idiots, right? We know that the chances of Norwich going up this season, it's not that high, right? We want it to happen. We all do. We all still want to believe we'll get in the playoffs. But if we don't, we do need a plan B. We really do. So I just think it's sensible from Steve Stone. I really do.
I think in the whole, there have been some players we brought in that I wasn't quite happy with. Some players we released that I wasn't quite happy with. But on the whole, I think it was a very successful transfer.
There's only been one player that's been brought in that you're not happy with. The others have performed pretty well, considering they've only had a few games.
I think even Husband. By the way, I had you probably know who it is, but I had a current Norwich City player message me and say James Husband is actually a really nice guy, and I said that. And I'm so conscious always. Whenever I slag off a player, I'm like, he's a human. And I do genuinely have that feeling, but I'm like, it is his job, so I can criticise him. Right? He's getting paid a lot of money.
Yeah,
I can criticise him.
No, you can't, because you're brown nosing the club, Jack.
Oh yeah, all of that nonsense. But where was I? No, even Husband could step up to the plate. My only worry would be that some of the players, Vrancic, other ones, can they step up to a level that are going to
just need time. They just need time. They just need time.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah,
but we don't really have time. That's another story.
We do have time. We've got loads of time.
We've got all the time in the world.
We have. This realistically, this is going to be. What are you doing with
I was fascinated that it comes on each slice comes on a plastic sheet.
For anyone listening on iTunes,
trying to ruin the world. It's unbelievable.
It's not my fault that the ham comes with plastic sheets, Jack.
But every slice has an individual plastic sheet, and I'm like, wow.
Well, it is Tesco's.
You know what I'm gonna do?
It is Tesco's finest.
I can tell. You know what I'm going to do here is I'm going to wrap my bread in the pastrami.
Hello, girls.
Yeah, look at that. Have some of that. And then I'm going to go.
Oh, you're not allowed to speak and chew. They don't like that. People don't like that either.
You know what? I don't like it, but it's food. So let's roll with it.
Anyway, what's next, Jack, on the agenda? Talk to me.
International football.
Yeah, it's never really my cup of tea. I think any England fan with any sense kind of just knows that the friendlies and World Cup qualifiers don't mean anything.
It's just really dull.
Like the qualifiers are awful. They really are awful. I went to England-Scotland.
I did as well.
Oh yeah, you did. Of course, you were with me. That was quite entertaining. But if you're not there, it's just like meh, whatever.
And I think the only reason it was good is because it was like our mates and we had some nice food. It's just a day out more than anything. Like it's just, I think England are playing tonight.
Oh, are they?
But
you know what I mean? I just don't.
It was like our game against Malta.
I'm so passionate about it. I'm a very patriotic person, as you know. My Ness and Dormer singing.
Yeah.
But, I just whatever.
But I turned the telly on when we were playing Monday night. No, it's Monday. Tonight,
Again, another example of
turned it on. I wanted Emmerdale. Bloody England's on the telly.
Hang on, whoa.
No, I don't really watch Emmerdale.
Please,
are
you sure?
No, I switched the telly on.
Jack,
I was bored.
Dig yourself out of the hole.
No, I don't watch Emmerdale.
You promised me.
I used to watch Emmerdale.
Okay.
I don't anymore.
I've got something really.
Got a bit of pastrami caught in my teeth.
I've just remembered something which is totally off topic, but I thought it was a really interesting point. Now, someone last week, and I think the week before on this podcast, dropped a comment below, and they said, "I don't know about anyone else, but does anyone else that doesn't support Norwich watch this podcast?" And it's amazing how many people from different clubs are listening to me and you babble on about Norwich City.
Food.
I just thought I'd say, guys, I want to start something this week. I'd like every single person that supports a different club to just comment below, purely just because I'm interested, really.
Who they support.
Yeah, and if you're a Reading or Brighton fan, yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
I don't mind Reading and Brighton fans. So you're cool here. Chris has just offended you, and I apologise for that.
I've not offended him yet.
You have. You've offended most teams. But yeah, no, that was really cool actually to see because...
No, it is, but it's very
really cool.
It's very fulfilling to see that, a lot of you guys are, interested in what's going on about Norwich, even if you're not a Norwich fan. That's cool.
Really, really cool. So, Grant Hanley, we've talked about we've talked about most players that have come in, we've talked about most players that have gone out. On the whole, are you happy, yes or no? Yes. Grant Hanley, £3.5 million was our biggest signing of the summer.
You know what's interesting? A lot of fans of other clubs have been tweeting us saying, "You've ruined it. You buggered it up. I can't believe you bought Grant Hanley," which is interesting. I'm taking it all with a pinch of salt, of course, because we know what social media is like. But as a Norwich fan, it does make me think, why are people saying that? For example, if Husband left for another club now, we would probably say enjoy.
Yeah. I don't.
Do we? By the way, do we need to stop offending husbands?
Yeah, let's ease off a little bit because I might be going to that night tomorrow where he's going to be there, and I don't want to ruin things too much.
I think he might start on you.
I'd face up to him, and I think if I went, the way I'd pose a question to him would be: so, James, I fully trust.
I'll be James' husband.
Okay.
I'll be James.
So you're sitting up there with a microphone. This is your mic, and I'm in the audience. I'll put my hand up like a little schoolboy. Me, pick me. So James, I fully appreciate and respect the new... No, you don't keep saying, don't do that. I don't think he does that.
I reckon he would do that.
Are you going to do that just to annoy me?
Yeah.
So, James, over here, Jack from Great Yarmouth, hello. So, I'm fully behind this new regime, and I fully am behind the new regime and the way we're scouting players, and I trust that. What traits do you bring to the football club as a left-back that can take us into the top 6 this season? And let me add to that. Have you shown them traits so far?
I think at the end of the day, Jack, it's been a tough start. It's been a tough start, and we've come up against it. I think we're gelling as a side. I think we've got it wrong. I think we'll keep
You
battling.
turned into Roy Hodgson.
I think we'll keep battling. I think we'll, as long as we, have some squad togetherness, I think we can reach our goals this season. In terms of have I, shown it's been tough. It's been tough. It's been a tough start.
And then Joe Ferrari comes in and goes, "That's enough." Thanks. No, we'll carry on though, because thanks, Joe. You've let me continue. So the traits you're bringing, you still haven't answered. What makes you a good left back?
You're not going to ask that question. There's no way you would say that. If you said that, I would probably give you some money.
Am I not in it? Is that what?
There's no way. What you're going to say? What's your last bit about left back?
What makes you a good left back?
What makes you a good left back?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
You would genuinely ask that question?
I think I would.
That is, you would not ask that question.
Mate, I'm just saying, what are your good
What makes
traits?
you a good left back? I honestly think you'd get people booing and hissing you.
That's not. I'm not inferring that he's a bad left back.
You are.
How am I?
Because it's blatant.
How?
Because everyone knows that husband's been underperforming.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, what do you bring to the table?
Anyway, right. So just hit me.
So James, what do you bring to this Norwich City squad to take us forwards?
I think I bring a lot of things really. I think it's important to but positioning is very important. And so far, I'll say I've not been to the best of my ability, right. But I really do think again I just think as long as we stay together this season, I really do think that it's not about me. It's really not about me, Jack. I think that you'll know from your 5-side football chat that
he definitely doesn't watch it.
Positioning is just so important. I think that my positioning. Honestly, he's not going to answer that. He's not, mate. You're not. First of all, they're not going to. I tell you what. What would he say?
Madison's there, by the way.
I honestly don't think he'd say anything.
I think what you just said is the exact thing he would say.
He would definitely
squad togetherness. We haven't performed.
He'd fob it off because he knows that he's underperformed.
I do genuinely want it to work out for James' husband. I do. I don't want.
But do you want it to work out for him like I want it to work out for Naismith?
No, I just want to see Norwich do well.
Yeah, obviously, mate.
And him playing well means Norwich City will
But the problem is, we get criticised for being too negative about players, but then we get criticised for being too positive about players. So anyway, Madison's there.
Yeah, Madison. And
enjoy.
Zimmerman. Looking forward to it.
Enjoy. I'm not going to go, but
if I do go,
if you meet Madison, I'll be quite jealous.
Is he the same age as me, or is he a year older?
I think he's younger. No, he's the same age as you.
Is he? That's scary.
I don't know. Most players.
I think he is the same age as me.
I'm 23. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when Redders turned up, that was like oh my god, this guy's younger than me. Not really. I'm quite happy with my life, really.
But you'd love to be a right winger for Norwich.
I'd like to. Well, I wouldn't like to be Nathan Redmond right winger. No, I'd like if I was Huckabee. Yeah, great.
I'd like to be Nathan.
He had
Redmond.
some final product.
Right, swiftly moving on. Let's get into some questions.
Yeah, so many questions this week, guys.
So many questions.
Literally so many.
Right, Chris. Once again. We always talk about consistency. The standard of questions over the past 4 weeks has been an all-time high.
Thank you, honestly. But you know what? My favourite favourite part of this podcast is answering people's questions, because I think it just spurs on debate in the comments, debate between me and you.
Right, let's start with Andrew Kent, who always tweets in. So thank you, Andrew. Who would you start in midfield on Saturday?
I mean, we're at home, so you could argue that we don't need to change to having Tete in there, but I think a lot of people will want it. For me, I think that we probably do need to start with Tete in there with Harrison Reed, and I think as long as you have those two guarding the defence, and as long as they're both on the ball, which by the way, when Tete came on against Millwall, I know we were absolutely screwed, but he did bring a lot. He did bring a lot. I think he looked very lively because he's had a long rest.
I think
Tete would be effective against Birmingham on Saturday, no doubt.
I think you've got two options here. It needs to change from Millwall, and it needs to change from when we played at home against Sunderland. So you've got.
But you say that, and I'm just going to already just be annoying.
Okay.
Farker said you shouldn't change it so much, and then that weekend against Millwall, he changed the whole team, apart from Angus, right? And And now I'm thinking in my head, well, actually, and this has happened to quite a few new Norwich managers.
Yeah.
They chop and change the defence in the beginning months.
Yeah.
We concede so many goals, and then when we finally keep the back four together, that's when we shore up a wee bit. So for me, you've got to start the same defence because we need
the same defence. No, I'd probably
yeah.
the mid. Well,
but then we against Aston Villa, the main problem against Aston Villa, or one of, apart from the defence, was the fact that the midfield did not protect them.
Yeah.
What do you do?
So I'd say you've got two options here. The first one I'm not a massive fan of. The second one I think would work. The second option would be to bring Tete in and to put him and Reed in front of the back line. But I did see a tweet from someone when I suggested that. I think it was on my last Predicted 11 video. That said, well, you're going back to Alex Neil's tactics and you slated them. I thought, oh shit, yeah. He played a 4-2-3-1 for his whole time.
Completely different. I'm not buying that at all.
No?
Because Alex Neil's tactics? Oh, come on. This is a new philosophy, a new regime, a new attitude, a new want, a new being. Literally, there's an Alex Neil. Please stop mentioning Alex Neil. Everyone needs to stop talking about Alex Neil.
But yeah, I mean,
it's not Alex Neil's. Alex Neil has not patented those tactics.
No, he hasn't. Imagine if he did.
Please.
No, do you think Reed and Tete in front of the defence would work with then a Wes, a Maddison, and a
on paper it could work. Yeah, I do. I think Tete will mop everything up. I do. I think he will, and I think he also gives Wes and Maddison the licence to be more creative and be more offensive too. I think we were far too deep against Millwall, far too deep.
Yeah,
and I think that at the weekend it does give those boys the ability to go forwards more.
Would you go back to a back five?
To be honest with you, it's
not three at the back.
It's not good. It's not good listening, but I genuinely do not know. After witnessing what we witnessed at Millwall, I don't know the solution to our problem at the moment. Apart from Reed and Tete, I think those two together could help. But in terms of the defence and how it's shaped, I'm sorry, I don't know.
Because you've got more options than we had at Millwall. You've got Hanley who's come in who can play. Tim Close should be back to full fitness, so he's going to be in contention. You've got Russ, you've got Zimmerman, Franca, Husband, Pinto.
Are we going to see these German boys now be bench warmers for a while? Are they going to then revert back? Possibly. Are they going to use the new boys that are in midfield? And because let's face the facts, right? We've brought in these German guys. Maybe they're just not ready. Maybe they are on the bench and not starting. I think as Norwich fans, we saw Christoph Zimmerman, the Zimmerman chart, and we thought, yeah, this is it. But let's just be realistic. Maybe for his first season, he's not going to be up to it. I don't know.
I think when we brought Zimmerman in, no one expected him to start games.
Yeah.
Franca probably people did expect, but I've said it a few times now. Pinto at right back, Hanley and Close in centre back, and whoever at left back. On paper, that's...
What do you mean, whoever at left back?
Husband or Stiepermann.
Seriously, we've got to sort out this. Let's have a talk about the left back.
Well, Toffolo's gone now.
By the way, what is that all about?
Do you think Toffolo's ready?
Right, okay, let's talk about it. What are your left back options?
Now or before?
Just
Toffolo?
Before Toffolo. So you had Toffolo
and Husband, pretty much them two.
Because Stiepermann's a midfielder, right?
Well, I think Farke thinks he is, yeah.
Okay, so Stiepermann's out of the question.
Yeah.
For the sake of this debate. He's not even in there. He's not a left back, mate.
Yeah.
He's not a left back, right? And people say he's not got the pace either. You're choosing between Husband and Toffolo. It's obvious who you'd pick. I'm sorry, Husband, it's obvious. I'm stunned that they've said to... And actually, you know what? I think they've had to keep Husband happy. Imagine if Toffolo came and stole his place. That would be... Honestly, that would ruin Husband, wouldn't it?
But let's not forget, Husband was a third choice left back for Middlesbrough last year, so he probably...
No comment.
We need to stop this. This is version on bullying, Chris.
Yeah, no, seriously, let's stop.
Let's
you
stop.
know what? I'm going to be the first person to praise Husband at the weekend when he keeps a clean sheet.
Okay.
I'm going to be the first person.
Cool.
Remind me.
And I'll be the second.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah,
we will.
Bloody well will be.
I do love Husband, to be fair.
So, on paper, that's a decent defence, and I've said this so many times. I'm sending myself mental.
I've got it. I've got the solution.
What's that?
I know why Husband's not playing well.
Why?
He hasn't got a chant.
Yeah.
That is it.
He needs a chant.
He needs a chant. Whether it's sarcastic or not, that's fine.
No, not sarcastic.
Third choice. No, I'm joking. No, he does need a chant though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Okay, so Andrew, I'm sorry for diverging from your question. Who do you start in midfield? Tete, Reed, and in front of them.
Either Maddison or Wes, by the way. Do those two play together? I'm starting to think in my head, as much as I love them both, maybe it is best for some solidity.
I'd
is that a word?
To start.
Solidity.
That is a word.
Solidity. Okay.
To start, I'd put Wes on the bench, and I'd go with Maddison. Wes is at international duty. Oh, he hasn't played though. Oh, mate, I don't know.
But this is the great thing about the beginning of the season.
Yeah. Right. Reed and Tete are in there.
Yeah.
So then that leaves what?
You got
How many
Steeps.
players does that even leave?
Oh, by the way, what about what's his name?
Tribal. He's an option as well. Forgot about him.
Tom, try, bull. When the crowd say bull, selector. Tom, try, bull.
Right. So how many? Right. We're allowed 11 players, aren't we? 4 at the back, 1 in goal. That's 5.
Yeah.
Reed and Tete. That's 7.
Oh Jesus!
Left.
I'm sorry. I need to address something. I've seen another tweet this week about McGovern over Angus, and I'm honestly trying. I'm trying so hard not to tweet that.
Michael McGovern's our only international player that's starting this week, so maybe that does warrant a call up. Do you think? Has anyone actually said that?
Yes.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
People probably trying to show why.
I'm starting to think Norwich fans are just drunkards. Literally, I think Leo Vegas has got to them.
Yeah, maybe.
Literally.
So yeah, Tete, Reed, Maddison, Murphy, Vilchgert. Vilchgert has to start, mate.
You love him, don't you?
He's a good player. He is a good player, and I'm getting a bit frustrated with people overlooking him.
You got so defensive then.
He's a good player.
Can you play left back?
No, probably.
Don't know. Is he on the left side?
No.
Okay, you can't play.
He's a
left
right-sided player. But look, I'm not going to say anything more. James Nichols, do you think the club is now being held back in terms? No. Do you now think the club is being held back, including ambitions and financial limitations by the owners? Is it time to sell up and move forwards?
I think James might have put this on Instagram to Talk Norwich City as well.
Okay.
It's a very interesting question.
Yeah, I think one that will be raised.
And while we answer it, let's just put this at the front. Old Delia. Here we go. It's an interesting question, isn't it? I think personally, you shouldn't even be thinking about new investment until this philosophy comes off, right? At least 3 seasons, at least.
Really, that long?
Mate, that is how long this realistically is going to take, because it could work for a season, could completely demolish the season after. Now, all of a sudden, if you bring new investment in and a foreign owner that could want to bring his own, he might want to pick the way we play, which some foreign owners do. I personally think Norwich fans still take it out on Delia and Michael, when actually I think that there's a real lack. I think there's a massive lack of gratitude towards our owners. Massive lack of gratitude, Jack.
Do you?
Yes, we are held back when we are in the Premier League by finances. Okay, so realistically, we might be in the Premier League for a couple of seasons, but it's fun. We're Norwich. We've never been a big team. Now, I'm not unambitious. I would absolutely love Norwich to get promoted and be in the Premier League next season, but Delia and Michael, they care so much. I know everyone's going to be shouting at the screen now like, yeah, but we need to stop saying people care so much. Yeah, but look at all of the clubs that have been literally ruined by foreign owners. You've got to be so careful. And to be honest with you guys, let's not even ask the question, because actually, Delia and Michael are probably already thinking about succession planning. Okay, so who's going to come in? Because realistically, nephew Tom isn't really got the back pocket to support the club. So Tom is going to have to work with a new owner. So I don't think they're stupid enough to not get someone new in within the next 4 to 5 years.
I don't think it's I don't think the worry for Tom would be that he's having to fund it. I think he already realises that the club would have to self-fund itself.
No. It can't.
Why?
I really do think.
No, it can. That's what we're doing now because we're having to
sign
£300,000.
We're doing that because we have to, Jack. But in terms of the whole of football, I honestly predict in the next 5 seasons, in 5 seasons' time, if you've not got a big money owner in, you're going to be really, really struggling. Really struggling.
Am I starting to see it now?
Mate, you mentioned to me, before we started today, that, you look at the championship teams now, probably more than half of the championship teams have got foreign owners that are spending, they're buying players for like 20 million. So, yes, I think eventually we need new owners, but I've got the utmost respect and gratitude for having Delia at the club. And anyone that says it's Delia taking off the top layer, again, please look at the finances. Please just do your research before you open your gob. I know I open my gob sometimes a bit too much, but at least I've looked into it first.
I think the interesting thing for me, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Rory who's a Chelsea fan, said to me, well, he was like, what do you think Norwich are going to do this season? I was like, I really want us to get top 6. And he was like, you'd have to overachieve to go in the top 6. And it kind of like stunned me a little bit because I was like, shit, yeah, we will. You look at the
money we spent compared to everyone else.
But is it? Look, we've been there before, but last season and the last time we got relegated in the Premier League, we were top dogs. We're now, I don't know where we are in terms of the money spent in the Championship, but we're probably about halfway.
Yeah.
Which is, and we've spent to the max. We couldn't have spent any more.
Yeah,
we could have done if we wanted to put ourselves in a very dangerous position.
And we've ripped the whole of our club out and turned it inside out and put it back in again. So it's going to be expected.
It's a crazy world.
Again, we've gone massively off topic on that question.
But James, do I think we're being held back in terms of financial limitations? Yes, unless you've got like Sheikh Mansour, you're going to be. Is it time to sell and move forwards?
Sell and move forwards is the wrong way to put it, because selling isn't necessarily going to mean you're going to move forwards. Yeah. Let's think about it. Already, we're taking such a massive sidestep or backstep in some people's eyes by changing the whole team and the philosophy.
Yeah, I think that the tough thing with this is I think I agree with you in terms of you've got to sell at a point when things are settled. But when is that? I don't think a football club is ever settled.
I think it is, definitely.
But for us, we're either gunning for promotion, so it's quite a turbulent time, or we're gunning to stay up.
It's a complex.
That's a turbulent time.
It's a massively complex.
So I think there's never a good time to sell. I think that time will probably come within the next 5 years. I look forward to that time, but I also love Delia to bits. Like I don't think anyone loves Delia more than me. Maybe Mick Dennis. But,
Mick Dennis loves Delia.
He does. And rightly so. Delia is a lovely lady. Carl Layton says, team for Saturday at Carrow Road. Check out Thursday's video. I will be previewing it. Simon Cheeseman. Simon, hello, my friend. Do you think Nelson Camjam are enough firepower? Surely a third striker would have been a must in the transfer window.
It's an interesting point, and people might think I'm crazy, but I honestly would have personally bought Carlton Morris back.
Okay.
I would have done. I think that we need the support. I think Carlton Morris would be a surprise package in this league. I don't think anyone would know the way he's going to play. I think that he does bring the same to a team that Grant Holt brought, and that doesn't go lightly, that statement. You look at Grant Holt and what a monumental player he was for our football club. Now, I'm not saying that Carlton Morris is the next Grant Holt immediately. I'm just saying that he's got the right skill set and he's got the right ability to go and do it. So,
look, we've spoke about this quite a bit. I think we've got enough if players stay fit. If Oliveira or Camjam gets injured, then I worry. I think Marley Watkins could play there. I think Jacob Murphy could play. Jacob Murphy, we haven't even got him. Josh Murphy could play there. And there is only one Murphy now. So I think Farker would be able to adapt tactically. I think we've got enough firepower. I think we signed well.
Nelson's a boss, isn't he?
But
Nelson's a boss.
Yeah, he is a boss. Tom Ordis, is Chris just jealous of Brighton because they're turning into a bigger club and making history?
Oh, God.
Whilst Norwich is simply dwelling on theirs.
Oh, God, he's gone there. Bless him. Has someone really tweeted that? Let me just look at this guy first. I'm not going to give him personal insults, but just going to look at him. Interesting. Very interesting. 39 followers. Okay.
More than 38.
Is Chris just jealous of Brighton because they're turning... So first of all, you know, I'm not a grammar Nazi, but I'm questioning that a little bit. Turning into a bigger club. They've got Chris Hughton in charge. I think it's very, very early for you to be firing in that sort of statement. I think you'll come bottom of the Premier League. I said it last week, I'll say it again. You're going to come bottom of the Premier League this season. And then all of a sudden you come back down to earth in the Championship, which is where Brighton belongs, if not League One. And you'll soon realise that Norwich are a bigger club than Brighton. You saw it in pre-season. You saw it the game before that. Norwich are a bigger club than Brighton. In fact, I mean, at the end of the day, mate, you know, you had a running track round your pitch for most of your... I wonder, if you just... I'd be really interested... What was his name? Tom, were you there when you had a running track round your pitch?
Don't know, maybe. Probably not.
Yeah. Anyway, Brighton are not a bigger club than Norwich. Yes, they've got a bigger stadium. Woohoo. Big bloomin' deal.
There you go, Tom. Ross saying, thoughts on Ed Balls going on I'm a Celebrity. Is this a thing? Is Ed Balls...
Is that a joke? I didn't really know. I've not really stayed in touch today. Has this happened today? Just quickly give Ed Balls a search.
Ed Balls? Surely not.
It wouldn't surprise me. Ed Balls does that kind of thing.
Coming up for that. Maybe it's like a rumour. Maybe he's got ITK.
I think that Ed Balls...
It's
probably not the right time for him to go in, to be honest with you. But it wouldn't surprise me if it does happen.
Would you love to see Ed Balls chew into a kangaroo's testicle?
No disrespect to Ballsy.
Yeah.
I don't care. If it was Stephen Fry, I'd love it.
You'd love it?
I'd love it. I think Stephen Fry is an absolute boy.
Right.
I just think that Ed Balls needs to just, you know, be a respectful...
Just be Ed Balls.
Club representative and just crack on.
Okay. Would you
Loved him in Strictly Come Dancing.
Would you like to see him go down that slide at the end? Kind of quite drenched.
No, I'm sorry, I just don't care.
You don't
I'm
care.
sorry.
I love I'm a Celeb. Would I like to see Ed Balls go in there? Yeah, go on. Just for the banter. Just for the banter. Alexandra Piper, well, this comes back to the team. I think lots of people, I can sense lots of confused states of mind right now.
What, even after the therapy session?
No, in terms of what works best, because we've had a couple of weeks to sit on this now, and I can just tell people are in the offices just drawing out diagrams.
Yeah. Did you see my team, by the way, that I tweeted out?
Yeah, I did.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I did.
I think I might just share it with everyone while you continue talking.
He put, what is the best formation to enable dropping husband?
Oh, God.
3-5-2 with Yannick at left wing back. Look.
Oh, hello.
Oh, I just love Yannick. Yannick.
You love Yannick, don't you?
Yannick. Go on then, what was your team? Well, Toffolo's in at the start, so...
I've got the Toffolo Soldier at left back.
Toffolo Soldier.
If anyone, basically, I've created a little team that's just like... It's like an honest lineup, I've called it. I've actually called the team #FuckTheBus.
Fuck the bus.
Fuck the bus.
Right.
Yeah. Tweet about, well, when you watched this 5 days ago, my preferred lineup. So I've got Nelson, the saviour, up top. I've got the magician kind of playing in a left wing kind of role. I've got one Murphy on the right. I've got Top Boy in the middle.
Tom Boy.
This is all like, you know, if you look at the tweet, you'll understand. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to explain it. I've got Sunderland and Skulls helping the defence out.
Okay.
And then I've got Big G, because that's the only thing I could think of for Grant Hanley. And I've got Selfie Zim at centre back. Yeah. And then I've got Passion at right back. And then I've got the Steak in goal.
The Steak.
Yeah.
Cool. Next question.
Yeah.
How many of the next 5 games will Norwich City win? This is from Lewis Coleman. Thank you, Lewis.
3.
Yeah?
How many of them are at home?
Quite a few, actually. I think we've got Sheffield United away. I know that's one of the away
Loss.
games. We've got Bristol City at home, Birmingham at home.
Win.
Burton at home.
Win. God, if we honestly, honestly,
I think Reading away is one of them as well.
If Burton come to Carrow Road and win, I'm going to be in a seriously dark place. Like a genuinely dark place. Like I might sign up to Leo Vegas and spend my wages.
Right.
That kind of dark place.
Right. How many?
3. We're going to win the home games. We're going to win the home games, aren't we?
We're going to win them all.
Okay, Jack.
We're going to win them all. Quote me on it. Cut this bit out of the podcast and quote me on it. 5 out of the next 5 games. Will Burgess dominating the Championship is surely better than bottom 5 in the Premier League. Discuss. Yes, and yes. I just don't really know what it feels like to dominate the Championship. It's weird being a Norwich fan, isn't it? Because
I disagree. I enjoy the ride. I really enjoy the ride.
I enjoy the ride in general.
I actually enjoy going up, and then I enjoy the fact that we are so small compared to all these clubs. It means so much more when you're in the Premier League and you scrape a draw against Chelsea. Yeah. But I personally, I enjoy that because, I fell in love with Norwich, under the lights against Chelsea or, Manchester United, or even when we got trounced by Liverpool. It just meant so much more. So for me, I think just every Norwich fan needs to just enjoy the journey a bit more. We are a yo-yo club.
Oh, no, I fully enjoy the journey.
Look at West Brom. Look where they are now. Look, we could easily be West Brom. We could be in a few years' time, which isn't necessarily
an admire. West Brom, though.
It's not an admire. No. I'm just saying. Appreciate the ride that we're on. It's fun.
Yeah, no, it is. Let's have a look at the next.
Because we're not ever going to dominate the Championship with the lack of money that we can spend,
and we're not ever going to dominate the Premier League. So we're just dwindling away in a non-substantial existence. So get used to it, Norwich fans. It doesn't get any more fun than this. We've probably peaked. Probably gets worse than this.
Don't say that, Jack. No. Come
on. Will saying, do you think Hanley will sort us out? P.S. I love your content. It's so awesome having someone who's passionate about the club on YouTube. Will, thank you.
Passionate or brown-nose in the football club?
A bit of both. Will Hanley sort us out?
He could do.
He better bloody do.
He could do, or we could be bullying a player again. I wouldn't want to bully Hanley, though, by the way.
Nah,
he's a beast, isn't he?
He's a big old boy.
There's a reason why Newcastle signed him.
Yeah, he was good at Blackburn.
He's a big old boy, and he's not afraid to just get in there.
I think
he has what Tim Close lacks, which is aerial oust.
I'm very much going into this Hanley thing with an open mind. I think I'm confident that it'll work. I'm also very aware that Newcastle fans don't like him. And when there's that many fans saying he's not very good, it probably tells you something. But I can remember him at Blackburn. He was very good there, and you don't lose talent overnight. So I think he'll be good. Geordie, would you sign Angus Gunn on a permanent, no matter what the cost?
What a question. Well, hang on. It depends on the cost.
Yeah.
I think if Norwich go up this season, I think that I don't think it'll be about the money necessarily, to be honest with you. Man City, let's be honest. Man City are a club where Man City, Chelsea, Manchester United and Liverpool realistically don't actually need academies, in my opinion. Like, actually, they could just always buy the players in their prime at the top of their game.
Yeah.
So, I think if Norwich go up this season, which is a slim chance, if we went up this season, I think Angus would want to play for us in the Premier League as number one. I don't think it'll be about the transfer fee.
I think we've said it from the start. Realistically, how much do you think Angus would cost? £10 million plus? I reckon he'd be about 10 million.
I don't know. I think it could fluctuate.
Yeah, I don't know. I do like Angus, and I think he's impressed me so far. You can't put a club in financial disarray for one player. If we stay in this division, I don't think he'll stay. If we go up,
do you not?
No, I think he's better than the Championship.
Okay,
I don't think he'd stay. And I don't think Man City would let him stay.
I think if we promise him number one position, he might be tempted, considering it's.
But we'd be looking at what, £7 million, and we couldn't afford that.
I'm talking about another loan, Jack.
Do you think they'd loan him again?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Let us know what you think about that one. D-Jam saying, if you were on Game of Thrones, which house would you belong to and why?
Should we admit it together?
Yeah, I don't have a clue what you're on about.
You ready? 1, 2, 3. I don't watch Game of Thrones.
No, I don't either. I don't have a clue what you're talking about. What house? You know, at school, Did you have like houses at
Yeah,
school?
we did.
What were your ones there?
We had the Norfolk Rivers.
Did you?
Yeah, we had Wensum, Tass, and
You only had 3?
Yeah, we're small.
What were you in?
I went to a small primary school. Guess.
What? No, high school, I mean.
I didn't have houses in high school.
Did you not?
Jeez.
We did. We had...
That's what Great Yarmouth's all about then.
No, I didn't go to high school in Great Yarmouth. We had Nelson.
Really?
Yeah, and I was in Nelson.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Britain,
Hanley.
Julian and Martin. I was in Nelson. It was boss. We won every year, everything. It's class. You didn't... How were you like split into things at high school then? Forms?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. It was all a
That's
bit
interesting.
boring at high school, yeah.
Oh, right. So what about sports day then?
Yeah, it was just like your form. Your form was
You
like a
competed
team.
in a form?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, guess my sports day sport. You will honestly...
Is it like athletics? Like an athletics kind of...
Of course, that's sports day,
Yeah,
Jack.
that's... No, sometimes...
Jack, sports day,
Our
sports
high
day.
school's a bit weird.
You will never guess.
I think I know. You were a long jumper.
No,
You're
close.
not.
Close.
High jump.
High jump.
No, you
High
weren't.
jump, mate.
Were
I did
you?
high jump. Yeah. And I was the smallest person.
What was your PB?
Can't even remember now. But I remember everyone clapped and cheered louder for me because I just didn't stand
You
a
were the
chance
underdog.
compared to like the
Oh,
lanky
so were you
boys.
really shit, or were you actually quite good?
I was alright.
Yeah?
I was alright, you know.
Guess-
Fifth place out of 10.
Guess what was very average? Bit of a husband. No, you're better than
Jack,
that.
you've got to
that's
stop.
all right. What do you reckon my sport was at sports day?
If you had... I can imagine your school had blooming cricket.
No, we had a cricket team, and I was on the cricket
yeah,
team.
of course you did. Thank God for that.
No, sports day. It was like an
So
athletics
you
day.
actually took part in a real decent sport then?
Well, if you count it, yeah.
I reckon you did. Was yours quirky?
No, I wouldn't. No, I don't think so. No, it's like a recognised sports day thing. I think it's not running. I'll put that out there. It's not
No,
running.
oh no, you're not a runner. I've seen you run.
Hang on a minute. I'm not that bad.
Mate, you are. To be fair, you are a pretty decent runner. Actually,
I can run.
You did run Norwich, didn't you?
Yeah, I've done a few 10Ks in time.
I'm so unfit, honestly.
No, you ran and got your pro attrition.
I
medals.
go to the gym, but I'm so unfit. I need to.
Come
get
on,
running.
what was my sport?
Javelin,
No, close.
shot put.
Yes. Shot put.
Really
Yeah.
interesting.
Or discus.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Haven't they stopped that at high schools now because someone got pierced with a javelin?
No, really?
Yeah, I'm being completely serious.
Yeah, right. What was your high school sports? And also, did you have houses at high school? I think everyone did.
Anyway, Norwich City.
Beer bogs.
Oh my God, is his name actually Beer Bogs?
I don't think so, but that's his Twitter name. Imagine if it is.
Amazing, love that. What a name.
And his at name was Ain't Got No Socks. Anyway, Beer Bogs says, if promotion doesn't happen this season, how many seasons are we looking at until we break out of the Championship?
3.
Yeah, I would agree. If every centre half is fit, which 2 do you go for this Saturday? That's from Ben.
We've just gone over that, haven't we? We don't really know.
I'd go.
I can't believe you're going to... I find it really interesting. I know what you're going to say already.
Do you?
And I find it... Yeah, I know, because I just know you. I find it really, really interesting that you want to change the defence, that you want Tim Close to come straight back into that starting lineup.
In the last 2 games, we've conceded 8 goals. You can't keep the same defence.
I'm not saying... all I'm doing is I'm just saying, if you change the defence again, we're going to concede goals again.
Yeah.
So you're happy with that?
No.
But look, if Tim Close comes in, it could go amazingly well.
No, I wasn't
Or it could go horrific. By the way, do you remember Tim Close celebration when he he attempted to head the corner flag and missed it, and then did some kind of... He reminded me of like a goat.
No, I would go for Hanley and Zimmerman.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
what I'd go for.
Yeah, me too.
Aaron Rogerson. Now the transfer window is finished. Do you think the club form will begin to change?
Possibly. I think we mentioned this in the podcast last week that there's so many variables that Daniel Farke was probably thinking about against Millwall. He doesn't know. I think what we discussed was, cut the long story short, he doesn't know his best team, and now it's like he knows what he's got. He understands his unit now. These are with me, so therefore I think you will see. I do think you'll see an improvement in form. I do.
Marshall, best haircut in the Norwich squad. I know mine straight off the bat.
Do you?
Yeah. Vrancic. Mate, his hair.
By the way, I loved
unbelievable.
Millwall's chant. He's got a bird shit on his head he's got a bird.
It's the blonde suits him.
I love it, but at the same time,
it's never out of place.
I don't know.
I tell you what,
we'll give it to Mario.
This haircut game. Russ, he's so well groomed.
You're not allowed to compliment Russ, Jack.
No, I've slagged Russ off a lot this season, but he's grooming on point. On point.
Mario gets it then. Mario wins.
Not Russ. I thought you'd go for Russ.
Actually, I tell you who wins. Angus Gunn.
Really?
Because he goes to the best barber in Norwich.
Right. Okay.
Esquire Norwich.
We're not sponsored by them. Sorry, Esquire. You're not elite enough for us. Saul. Better call. Saul. Have you ever watched that before?
Mate, that was tragic.
Better call Saul.
What's the question? Jeez.
What do you think Farker should do and could improve the way the squad are playing?
Please, just, who is this?
Saul.
No disrespect.
Everyone's
to Saul.
just broken. I love it.
I know disrespect to Saul, but I actually, honestly, just can't be asked to answer that. I can't. I love the questions, but I don't want to answer that question. What does Farker do to change it? No one knows. Realistically, no one knows.
Every Norwich fan
not
is
even.
so
Not
broken.
even. Look, the journalists don't know. No one knows.
No one knows.
Next question, please, for my sanity.
Peter, can you get a Russell Martin chant going on Saturday? He needs it and deserves it.
Is that sarcastic?
No, I don't think so.
He needs it and deserves it.
Yeah.
Fair play.
He also likes Chainsmokers and Great Game of Thrones.
Chainsmokers, they have the same rhythm to every single song.
But Peter likes them. So.
Yeah, fair play to Pete. I always try and start a Russ Martin chant because I like his chant. I do. I like the chant. So
Lewis. Now Lewis wins the most amount of favourites on his tweet.
Oh right,
so
interesting.
Lewis. So this must mean it's a good question. With X Factor back last weekend, didn't even know that was a thing. No, X Factor.
Are people still watching X Factor?
Apparently so.
Oh
with X Factor
God.
back last weekend, choose 4 NCFC players who you think would make a good boy band.
I love that.
That's a good question.
So are we going for
Lewis,
the one?
Come and see me on Saturday. I'll give you a slice of fruitcake.
Are you actually bringing fruitcake to the?
If I have fruitcake, I'll give you a slice of fruitcake.
Okay. Are we going for like a One Direction? So we're just going for like the best looking, just to sell the records, or are we going for like genuine talent? It's a shame Brian Bennett's not here now, eh? Basong as well. He's a DJ now.
So what makes up a good boy band? You need looks.
Yeah.
You need a bit of talent.
Just a little bit, tiny bit.
You need a bit of sense of humour.
Dance. You need dancing, obviously.
Yeah, and a good dancer.
Yeah.
What makes a good girl band? It's the same, isn't it? Good looks, bit of talent,
Bit of dance.
bit of
Other things.
other things. That's the word.
Yeah, other things. Okay, so I'm putting... Oh, God, who am I putting in there? I think Pinto's got to go in for looks, hasn't he?
Oh, and congratulations to Pinto. He's having a kid. That is going to be such a good-looking kid.
Evo, I love you.
So, well done, Evo.
I love Evo.
Well done for giving more Pintos to this world. The world needs more Pintos.
Well, I think we're really on the edge of glory here, Jack. Anyway, Evo's in for the looks. He's covered the looks. So now we need talent. Who do you think's got genuine singing talent in that squad? Who do you think looks like a good singer that could belt out a real good?
You know what I think?
Go on.
Marcel Franca.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think he's got some hefty old lungs on him that can just progress.
You reckon?
Yeah, no,
I think Franca could be the harmony. I think he could really connect well actually there, but struggles with English. Not sure.
Didn't say it has to be English speaking.
Frank, Pinto for the looks. What other categories have we got?
Bit of banter.
Banter, mate. Banter is not in a band. You know what I think would
Right, you need...
Who would bring a lot to it? Tete.
He's dancing. Do you reckon?
I think Tete. I bet you Tete is a cracking dancer. I reckon he's got some serious moves.
You know, I reckon finishing this off.
Go on.
Madison.
I think Madison would be like the lead singer that did the backflips. No?
He's not a lead singer.
You don't reckon?
No.
He's got the confidence to be.
Yeah, and you need that. You need a bit of confidence. He loves a night out as well.
Good. He deserves the nights out.
Bloody well does.
He does. If I see Madison, I'm going to find it really in a nightclub. It's going to be really strange because I want to just spend my wages on him and drinks, but at the same time, I want to look after him so he plays well for Norwich. So it's going to be interesting. Anyway, that's that question sorted.
Yeah.
Next one. Go.
Great question, Lewis.
Let's have a few quick fire, Jack. Come on.
Okay. If you could change one thing about the way Norwich play, what would it be and why? Josh Beaver.
Defence. We both know that. Next question.
Win games.
Yeah.
Elliot Waterfield. Should Russell Martin be dropped to avoid any bad reaction from the crowd? Can see him getting on his back again.
Don't think you should. I don't think you can manage a football team on the basis of pleasing the crowd.
No, I fully agree. Continue. I validate your point.
I love the fact how, like, whatever you say, whatever I say, we always just challenge each other. You're just programmed to say no, even though you agree. Look, if Russ is played well in training, and if Russ is good enough to start, then he needs to be in. Simple as that. You can't play to the crowd. But I really like Elliot, so top man. Good question. Next question.
No, I'm going to quickly elaborate on that.
Okay.
He shouldn't be dropped because what the crowd do, but he should be dropped
on his
based
form.
on recent form.
Yeah.
I think you should pick your team based on form. Simple as that.
Of course.
Russ hasn't been up to scratch. Finn Stevens asking about formation. We've done that a lot. Scoops, this is an interesting one. Would you consider our current squad a downgrade on last year's team?
It's so early to say that. I think at Christmas, ask that question again.
Okay. I think on paper, yes, it is, but I think in terms of cohesion, it's a massive, massive upgrade. Mark Canary asks if Hotter, this is the guy who's just gone to Birmingham from Brentford, Spanish guy, very good.
Jota or Hotter?
I think it's hot. I think it's like Hotter. Hotter.
Like a groggy kind of pronunciation.
Hotter. No, not like
Hotter. You know who else has got that? El Ahmadi.
El Mohamdi.
El Ahmadi. That's how you pronounce it.
Is it? If Hotter
if anyone's got any groggy team player names, then please.
Oh, okay. So Mark has gone in here.
If
Hotter destroys us Saturday, I give up on the current NCFC regime. He's been amazing for 2 seasons and only cost £6 million. So why is he not with us? Well, I think he scores about 10 to 15 goals a season. So yes.
Yeah,
mate, he's an attacking player. We've got enough of them. If he was an unbelievable centre back for 6
we've had midfielders coming out of our you-know-what for years.
We have.
We don't need midfielders. But I love the passion, Mark.
Tristan Long, when Shaun Raggett returns in January, how does he fit into the current 11?
Oh my God,
is he a rotation player or does he come off the bench in the 76th minute?
No one knows what's going on.
And we're meant to be given informed opinion.
Oh, I don't know. We don't know. We do not know. You know what? The podcasts at Christmas are going to be like actually really valuable to people.
You know what I think we should do this year?
What?
Just thought of this.
Okay.
Have a Christmas party. Film it when we're slightly intoxicated, and have a lot of us here, like loads of Norwich fans. Not here, but let's hire out a room and do it.
Want to do the podcast?
Yeah.
Like on it.
Yeah.
I think we could have loads of people and have a Christmas podcast. Like I think didn't the Pinkin do that with someone? They had like a load of people in there and
yeah.
Okay, Christmas party. But I've actually did I tell you about I've got something planned for Halloween.
What, with me included?
Yeah, but I've got a Halloween guest. I've lined up a Halloween guest.
Is it a horror show like a husband?
No comment. I can't give it away, but what I'm going to say is the Halloween guest is going to be something special.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And I've lost what I thought was the best question. I can't find it.
Hurry up, find it.
It was about...
Go on.
Sorry, I've forgotten your name. Or I can't find your name. But I really rated the question. It was your favourite and least favourite thing about Norwich as a club and favourite and least favourite thing about Norwich as a city.
That's a big question.
Norwich, yeah. No, it's a big question.
Let's take turns, I think.
Okay, so let's start with favourite things about the club.
My favourite thing about Norwich City is... God, there's so many things. I love the football club. I'd say that Norwich is like... I need to be careful just in case my missus is watching this.
She wouldn't have watched this far in,
I'd say... Yeah, no, definitely not. I'd say that Norwich City is definitely in like my top 4 things of life.
Top 4? Yeah. So it's Champions League qualifying?
It's definitely Champions League qualifying. So therefore I love a lot of things about Norwich City. Okay. I love... I'm just going to spill out some stuff. I love it when you're sitting in the Gerald stand, which I'm barely ever sitting in Gerald stand unless I'm eating prawn sandwiches for once, and you can just see the sun setting with the cathedral in the background.
Right, you love that about Norwich.
And the pitch.
You love the natural thing that happens in the sky.
No, you know what? I love the character of our club. I think there's character everywhere.
No, I agree. I
think, you know, I think it's a real character in terms of Delia, in terms of the stadium. Let's appreciate our stadium.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's a dying breed. You know, we've got 4 stands that are completely different. No, it's true.
We have a stadium with all the sides to it.
Well, yeah, but the corners are still not right, and it's all kind of quite... No, but it produces good... For example, Arsenal struggle to produce atmosphere because it's a bowl. Man City, bowl. Brighton, bowl. Also tin pot. Reading, bowl. Tin pot. So...
I don't actually know. It might be
yeah,
a bowl.
it is. It's a bowl. It's tin pot.
Right, okay.
So, you know what? I'm going to say it. My favourite thing about Norwich City is Carrow Road. I love Carrow Road.
Okay.
I honestly love it. I love it. And when I worked at the club, there was nothing better when we had to wake up early on a Saturday for match day, and you'd walk down the Gerald corridor, and you'd look at the pitch, and you just smile to yourself. You just catch yourself grinning because, you know, the groundsman is doing the pitch, and you know the smell of the grass. I just love Carrow Road. And by the way, how good is it now that Carrow Road on FIFA is just so accurate?
Haven't played.
Anyway, what's your favourite thing about the football club, Jack?
I think it feels like it's us against them. Like it's just Norfolk against the rest of the world.
It's like
you go
we
to
never
like
have a
London
chance.
and every tube stop there's another club, and I'm like, in Norwich it's us against you lot.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like being the underdog. I like the journey. I don't like that we win every week.
Underdog. I like that.
I just love the journey. I love the journey.
Do you love the journey or do you want to love the journey?
You know,
because if I asked you that question outside Millwall,
no, because that's life. I think supporting Norwich.
Are you going deep again, Jack?
No, supporting Norwich is life. You haven't got all the money in the world.
Agreed.
There's going to be really shit times, but there's going to be some seriously high points.
The good times mean so much more.
So I just love Norwich.
Okay, bad thing about the club?
That we're a bit shit.
That's your bad thing, you're a bit shit. Come on, that's vague. Pinpoint one thing you don't like about the club. Something as specific as the pies, for example.
Pies aren't that bad.
I'm just saying that's the kind of thing you'd come out with.
Yeah, no, that is.
I'm going to say it.
What?
There's nothing bad. No, I'm joking.
Bad thing. Because I think the bad things contribute to the good things.
Yeah, like the fact that there's a Holiday Inn and not a stand.
Yeah, but
between.
That's not.
But it contributes. Yeah, exactly. Can we skip that part of the question?
No, I think there's bad things about the club.
Go on.
I can't think of something that keeps me up at night, and I'm like, that's really bad.
I love the fact we play in yellow and green as well.
Yeah.
Like everyone's like, oh, that's disgusting.
We need to play up to that more. We don't utilise that enough. We need yellow and green nets.
Every club in the world and their dog is blue in red and white or blue. How boring is that?
Yeah. Favourite thing about the city?
Favourite thing about Norwich as a city?
So you're actually a Norwich boy. I'm not.
Born and bred.
You're born and bred Norwich. I'm not.
Literally. So. There's so many things I love about Norwich. I love the architecture. Sorry? Is everything alright here?
Yeah, that's cool.
You
love the architecture?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Have you seen our cathedral, mate? Have you seen our castle, mate?
Yeah, lovely.
You didn't see Man United lifting their trophy outside the castle, do they?
No.
Exactly.
You don't see that.
City Hall. Iconic Adam Jury outside City Hall. A sea of yellow and
so
green.
you like the architecture?
The market. I love the market.
Yeah.
I love the quirkiness of it. I love the fact there's cobbled streets. I love the rivers. I'm getting a bit emotional, actually. I can really... No, seriously, I feel really passionate about Norwich. No, seriously, I honestly love Norwich. I love Norwich. And again, that contributes to why I love Norwich City so much, because when Norwich play well, there's a genuine buzz about the city. It lifts the city. Everyone's smiling on a Monday morning when Everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone's smiling on a Monday morning when Norwich win.
I think my favourite thing about Norwich is it feels like a big city, but it's small enough in terms of you've still got that character about it.
Yeah. It's a thriving business community as well.
So you say, yeah.
Yeah. If anyone wants to, do any business, then hit me up.
I prefer Yarmouth Market, but Norwich Market is better. No, Norwich Market is good, but Yarmouth Market's... I feel a bigger connection to Yarmouth Market.
Jack, give it a rest.
No, I'm not.
Norwich over Yarmouth all day long.
I can't agree with that.
In every single aspect. The only thing Yarmouth has on Norwich is a beach. And even Norwich has got like a mini beach.
If you said to me, would I rather spend the rest of my days in Yarmouth or Norwich?
No, don't say... No.
I'd probably say Norwich.
Yeah. Right, next question. Come on,
I think that's it.
Oh, really?
That's genuinely it.
Okay, lovely.
Yeah. Thank you for watching.
Well done if you've got this
we're
far.
We're playing Birmingham this weekend.
Oh my god, yeah, quickly, let's talk about Birmingham.
No, forget it. We'll talk about it later in the week. It's cool.
Really?
Birmingham. Preview videos coming soon.
Big game. Watch Jack's preview video. I personally... Do you think we'll win?
Yes.
You know what? I'm not actually going to say, because I said we'd win 4-0 against Millwall.
Yeah, you did.
Dear, oh dear. Thanks for watching.
Say Birmingham will win 4-0 and might get it right this time.
Birmingham are going to win 4-0.
Mate, pleasure as always. Thank you to our sponsors. Massive thanks to them. If you haven't already, if you listen on iTunes, big up to you. If you haven't already subscribed on iTunes, subscribe on there, subscribe on here, like, dislike, whatever you want to do. Do what makes you happy. Thanks very much for watching and see you soon. Bye-bye.